Hello there, happy hippos. Today, this Dr. Seuss book is about my favorite animal, a turtle. And he has a pretty silly rhyming name. His name is Yertle. So he's Yertle the Turtle. That's a pretty silly but cool rhyme. Let's see what Yertle the Turtle does in this story. Yertle the Turtle. On the faraway island of Salamasand, Yertle the Turtle was king of the pond. A nice little pond. It was clean, it was neat, the water was warm, there was plenty to eat. The turtles had everything turtles might need, and they were all happy, quite happy indeed. Now there's Yertle. He's the king of the pond. That's why he's sitting on this rock. That's like his throne, his special king seat. And everybody else was so happy. They were, until Yertle, the king of them all, decided the kingdom he ruled was too small. "I'm ruler," said Yertle, "of all that I see, but I don't see enough. That's the trouble with me. With this stone for a throne, I look down on my pond, but I cannot look down on the places beyond. This throne that I sit on is too low down. It ought to be higher," he said with a frown. "If I could sit high, how much greater I'd be. What a king! I'd be ruler of all that I see." Now he was okay with his little pond and all the other turtles were happy. But then he decided he wanted some more pond and more land to be the king over. He wanted more power. So Yertle, the Turtle King, lifted his hand, and Yertle, the Turtle King, gave a command. He ordered 9 turtles to swim to his throne, and using these turtles, he built a new throne. He made each turtle stand on another one's back, and he piled them all up in a 9-turtle stack. Then Yertle climbed up. He sat down on the pile. What a wonderful view! He could see most a mile. "All mine," Yertle cried. "Oh, the things I now rule. I'm king of a cow, and I'm king of a mule. I'm king of a house, and what's more beyond that, I'm king of a blueberry bush and a cat. I'm Yertle the Turtle, oh marvelous me, for I am the ruler of all that I see." Now Yertle has a happy face. He's feeling pretty important because he can see a lot more land and he thinks he can rule over it. But look at these other poor turtles. They do not look at all happy. They look sad, don't they? They're not happy. They're not happy that other turtles have to stand on them. That must hurt. And all through that morning he sat there up high, saying over and over, "A great king am I," until long about noon. Then he heard a faint sigh. "What's that?" snapped the king, and he looked down the stack, and he saw at the bottom a turtle named Mac, just a part of his throne, and this plain little turtle looked up, and he said, "Beg your pardon, King Yertle. I've pains in my back and my shoulders and knees. How long must we stand here, your majesty, please?" This is Mac, the turtle at the bottom of the 9-turtle stack. He has so much weight on his back. That must hurt. "Silence!" the king of the turtles barked back. "I'm king, and you're only a turtle named Mac. You stay in your place while I sit here and rule. I'm king of a cow, and I'm king of a mule. I'm king of a house and a bush and a cat, but that isn't all. I'll do better than that. My throne shall be higher his royal voice thundered. So pile up more turtles. I want about 200. Now, 200 turtle stack is going to be a lot taller than a 9 turtle stack. And Yertle should be able to see out even further. Turtles, more turtles, he bellowed and brayed, and the turtles way down in the pond were afraid. They trembled, they shook, but they came, they obeyed. From all over the pond they came swimming by dozens, whole families of turtles with uncles and cousins. And all of them stepped on the head of poor Mac, one after another. They climbed up the stack. Look, there's poor Mac, still at the bottom. And he's just getting more and more and more turtle weight on him. Then Yertle the Turtle was perched up so high, he could see 40 miles from his throne in the sky. Hooray! Shouted Yertle from his throne. I'm king of the trees. I'm king of the birds, and I'm king of the bees. I'm king of the butterflies, king of the air. Ah, me, what a throne, what a wonderful chair. I'm Yertle the Turtle, oh marvelous me, for I am the ruler of all that I see. Then again, from below, in the great heavy stack, came a groan from that plain little turtle named Mac. Your Majesty, please, I don't like to complain, but down here below we are feeling great pain. I know up on top you are seeing great sights, but down at the bottom we too should have rights. We turtles can't stand it, our shells will all crack. Besides, we need food. We are starving, groaned Mac. You hush up your mouth, howled the mighty King Yertle. You've no right to talk to the world's highest turtle. I rule from the clouds, over land, over sea. There's nothing, no, nothing that's higher than me. And the Yertle feels pretty good about himself. He thinks he's in charge of everything just because he can see it. But while he was shouting, he saw with surprise that the moon of the evening was starting to rise up over his head in the darkening skies. What's that? Snorted Yertle. Say, what is that thing that dares to be higher than Yertle the king? I shall not allow it. I'll go higher still. I'll build my throne higher. I can, and I will. I'll call some more turtles. I'll stack 'em to heaven. I need about 5,607. Do you think Yertle can go higher up than the moon? Can he make a stack that tall to go all the way up to outer space where the moon is? I don't know. I think he's dreaming. I think he thinks he has too much power, but he really doesn't. But as Yertle the Turtle lifted his hand and started to order and give the command, that plain little turtle below in the stack, that plain little turtle whose name was just Mac, decided he'd had enough. And he had. And that plain little Mac did a plain little thing. He burped. And his burp shook the throne of the king. He burped? Well, what do you think that did to all the other turtles in the stack? They all seemed to jump off of each other's back. And Yertle the Turtle, the king of the trees, the king of the air and the birds and the bees, the king of a house and a cow and a mule, well, that was the end of the Turtle King's rule. For Yertle, the king of all Salamasand, fell off his high throne and fell plunk in the pond. He couldn't stay up so high in the air without that turtle stack to stand on. But look at this now. There's Yertle, the king. Look at all the turtles he stood on, Mac, and all the other turtles. They're looking a little happy now. Why do you think they're feeling so happy? Maybe because they don't have to be his stack anymore. And today, the great Yertle, the marvelous he, is king of the mud. That's all he can see. And the turtles, of course, all the turtles are free, as turtles, and maybe all creatures should be. And that is the end. Well, it turned out Yertle the Turtle wasn't actually so nice after all. He made all those other turtles get in line just so he could sit on them. Not nice, Yertle. You were doing just fine as king of the pond, sitting on that little rock. Everybody was happy. Oh well. I guess it was a happy ending. What do you think? He probably wasn't so happy, but all the other turtles were. Interesting. See you later, happy hippos.